Hi everyone, my name is Sam and I teach how to crochet and make friendship bracelet craft. Today we're going to learn how to make a crochet scrunchie with an elastic, and we're using this H8 5mm crochet hook and yarn. So we're going to snap with the slip knot, and then we'll chain 20. Now don't let your chains be very tight. Then you slip stitch into the first chain. So we are going to double crochet into every stitch. Make sure your chain does not turn, and then insert it into the first yarn over, insert into loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through last 2 loops, and repeat until when you've finished this row. I'll meet you at the end of the row. So we are at the end of the row, and remember I said we were going to make a double crochet into the slip stitch. So this is going to be very tight. I'm going to take it off camera and make sure I insert my hook into the hole. Yeah, I'm going off camera, definitely. So I'm back and I've finally put it into the hole, and I'm going to pull it out. You can see it. We're not slip stitching, just continue, double crochet into the next one and keep going. But remember, if you're a beginner, you might want to put a stitch marker in between this row, so in between this first, just so you can remember where you started from. Now you can repeat row 2 until when you reach your desired length. I stopped at row 25 because, well, I did not want it to be that chunky, so that's where I stopped. You can keep going to row 40. It's really pretty if you let it gather a lot. And I'll meet you at the end of row 25, which is where I officially stopped. This is what it looks like for me at the end of row 25. Well, I'm not done with the row yet, but this is what it looks like already. Now I'm going to loosen this edge a little and finish this row. I'll make a few more double crochets and I will chain and so I'm going to make a slip stitch to my first, well, last chain, first chain, and then pull the loop wide. Now we are going to insert our elastic into the, I don't know what to call it, but we're actually going to put it inside. I put my crochet hook so I could pull it through. I normally use a safety pin, but I couldn't find one, so I'm using this instead. As if you're using yarn and pull to the other side and hold the end, because we are going to tie it. Now you can tie it anyhow, which is what I did. You can choose to sew it down. I've done that for another scrunchie and it came out nice, but this one, because it's, well, you know, the inside is very big, so I decided to tie it, not sew anything. And make sure you make this really tight so it doesn't come off. Now the reason why we're using an elastic here is so that at the end, maybe when it becomes slack, you can just change it and keep using your scrunchie. Now that we have a tight chain, we're going to pull one side so the chain goes inside. Sorry, so that the tie goes inside, so it doesn't disturb us when we are sealing the work together. We're going to start from the bottom. We've turned it around so our loop is now on the right side. We're going to insert our hook into the top of the left side and continue like we're just going to double crochet, but inside we're going to slip stitch. We're going to pull through. We're going to pull through that loop and continue. Then now you can choose to do this in two ways. You can pick it like how I'm doing, like how you normally crochet into the both loops and pull like a normal slip stitch, or you can choose to put it into the back loops, sorry, into the front loops of this scrunchie. You know, and for every stitch you make, it leaves two loops behind. Just pick the first one, then pick the second one for the back there, and then you make a slip stitch. Now they both look the same, and I don't like to bother myself much, so I like to use the normal way. And then only if I'm using like a granny square do I use back loops or front loops of anything. So I'm going to be using the normal loop. So not that we have the last stitch. I'm just going to join this, then finish off, and then we'll have our scrunchie. This is why I told you not to make them very tight. I wish I took my own advice. So chain 1. Now I forgot to mention the stitching or filling that we just did. You could have also done it with a tapestry needle. I prefer a crochet hook, which because I don't have to get up and find something else. You could just continue like that. But his tapestry needle was beside me, which I'd mentioned that before. Now we're going to just hide our end. Just keep pulling it through other stitches randomly. And now we'll go down and just insert your hook into the scrunchie and pull so that this end gets lost inside the scrunchie. See? No end, nothing. And we're done. Now just play around with this, pull it, make it gather as much as you want to, maybe when you're satisfied with how it looks. And then when you're done, that's your scrunchie. If you make this, please, I will leave a link below. You guys could tag me and maybe I could see what you've made from it. And I don't think I was I think we should make more than 25 rows so it bunches up a little bit more. But I like the way my own turned out. Well, thank you. Bye. See you guys in the next video. Bye.